love Allah. He loves Allah, she loves Allah, we all love Allah. He gave us the air that we breathe every day. He gave us Islam to stay on.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'll tell you the story of a prophet called Prophet LUT. He appeared at the same time as Prophet Ibrahim. Are you ready?
Yes.
Allah sent LUT to the people of a village called SN1. Those people used to make immoral things that good people deny. However, they enjoyed doing those bad things. Prophet LUT always advised them to give up making these bad things, but they made fun of him and insisted more on doing immoral deeds. Prophet LUT tried to persuade them kindly to be better than they were, but in return they were always cruel to him and threatened to kill him if he did not stop his silly advice. The people thought that LUT and his family are moral people and there was no place for them in their village. Allah decided to punish those bad people severely. No one followed LUT except his 2 daughters. Even his wife insisted on disbelieving him. Allah sent 3 angels to the village of SN1. Those angels looked like human beings. The 3 angels came to the village of Prophet LUT. They looked very handsome. When LUT saw them, he warned them to leave this village because its people are bad and immoral and they would harm them. The angels told LUT that they were Allah's messengers to destroy this village. They told him to leave the village with his family because they would destroy all those bad people. When the people of LUT knew about the visitors of LUT, they thought that they could harm them. Allah sent his punishment to the people of SN1. Angel Jibril carried the village up and then turned it upside down. They were then thrown by stones that destroyed them all. Only LUT and his 2 daughters were saved because they believed in Allah. LUT returned back to his uncle, Prophet Ibrahim. He told him what happened. LUT lived the rest of his life calling people to worship Allah and warning them against his punishment. That's the end of my story for today. Now I will welcome my sister Mumtaz to read for us verses related to the story I've just read.
And Ahlam, thank you for inviting me. Your story was wonderful. Now I'm going to read the verses related to the story of Ahlam. Do you all want to hear it?
Yes.
I hope you will all enjoy it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولوطا آتيناه حكما وعلما ونجيناه من القرية التي كانت تعمل الخبائث إنهم كانوا قوم سوء فاسقين.
And now I'm going to invite Sagal to read for us a story. Welcome, Sagal.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Sagal Ahmed. MashaAllah, Mumtaz. That is a very good recitation of the Quran. And now I will tell you a story about the ungrateful girl. I hope you enjoy. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Suhaila. Suhaila was very ungrateful. Every time her mother would get her something beautiful and unique, and she would refuse. Mom, can I go out with you? Whenever she asked that, her mother said yes. Wherever her mother took her, she refused, and she was very annoyed whenever her mother refused. Suhaila had a lot of friends. She was a unique girl in the class, but she had one problem. She was mean, and she did not be grateful with whatever she had. Her mother was really sad about that. He told her father. Her father got very annoyed and felt like she should go out. But her mother was a very was very good and caring, and she refused. She wanted her daughter to learn a lesson. So she rounded up all her children and she asked them questions. Do you know about the children of the? Do you know about the orphans?
Yes.
The orphans are very poor and in need. And Suhaila wasn't paying attention. Suhaila was busy playing her games and talking to people. Suhaila was really ungrateful, and when her father saw that, her father felt again annoyed, but her mother refused. Suhaila, her father called Suhaila to her room, and she locked her there, and she told her, "Do you know that your mother is caring for you, and she checks you everywhere, and you are very ungrateful, and I don't like your attitude." Suhaila wasn't happy about her father's word. She was sad and she felt her mistake. Suhaila, from that day onward, she promised that she would be grateful, and it was the truth. Did you enjoy my story?
Yes.
Have you learned that ungratefulness isn't good?
Yes.
And now I will invite my sister Hobby to tell us her interesting story. Welcome, Hobby.
Thank you, Sagal, for inviting me. You read a beautiful story for us. Now, I'm not going to read for you a story, but I'm going to read for you a diary that was written by Alia's friend. I hope you enjoy. Alia did something weird today. We were riding our bikes when we accidentally crashed into a puppy. I told her to run fast before anyone caught her, but she completely ignored me, picked up the puppy and carried it home. Then she put some ointment on it and took care of it until it became better, and then we returned it to the owner. Thank God he didn't scold us. Otherwise, we'd have been in big trouble. Later, I asked her why she had done that when there was no one to catch us. She replied that we might think that no one was watching us, but Allah watched us all the time. Isn't that strange, diary, that she knows more about Allah than I do? If you think that you did something wrong and nobody had seen you, just know that Allah had seen you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Sarah Saeed, and we are going to discuss about the lessons and values from all the stories we have read. What have you learned from Ahlam's story? Yes, Mumtaz?
You have to always believe in Allah because He brought you into this world so as to worship Him.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Ahlam, what have you learned from your story?
I have learned that Allah does not like the people who do not worship Him. He only likes the people who worship Him, and He will punish the disbelievers on the last day.
MashaAllah, that's correct. And I have learned that you should not make fun of the prophets. What have you learned from Sagal's story? Yes, Ruby?
You should always be grateful to everything.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Who else? Yes, Mumtaz?
Be grateful because there are people who don't have what they need. They lack food, they lack clothes, and others.
MashaAllah, who else? Yes, Ahlam?
You should always respect your mother. When she tells you to be grateful, you should not get annoyed and shout at her.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Yes, Akhshan?
We learned about the poor.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Sagal, what have you learned from your story?
I have learned that when you are ungrateful, the ungratefulness will fall back to you.
And I have learned that being ungrateful is not part of Islam. What have you learned from Hubbi's story? Yes, Sagal.
That even if you think no one is watching you, Allah is watching you.
MashaAllah, that's correct. Who else? Yes, Mumtaz.
Allah can see you even if you hide in a dark room that nobody can see you.
MashaAllah, that's the correct one. Yes, Ahlam.
If you do something wrong or right, just remember that Allah can see you.
Hubbi, what have you learned from your story?
I have learned that if you do something wrong and you think that nobody has seen you, just know that Allah has already seen you.
And I have learned that Allah sees you all the time. My friend at home, what have you learned? Thank you. And now it's fun time. Are you ready?
Yes!
And now it's fun time. We're going to be playing a game called Marble Spoon. And when you want to do this game, you must have a spoon, marbles, a ball, and 2 cups. And when you are playing it, you scoop a marble with your mouth and you put it in a cup. Ahlam, please show us how it's done. MashaAllah, that's a very good trial. And this is team blue, this is team red. May the best team win.
Ready? Set. Go.
Sends down the rain from the clouds up above. I love Allah, He loves Allah, she loves Allah, we all love Allah. He gave us the air that we breathe every day. He gave us Islam to stay on the right way. I love Allah, He loves Allah, she loves Allah, we all love Allah. The animals love Allah, the insects love Allah, the plants love Allah, the moon loves Allah, the fish love Allah, the mountains love Allah, the sun loves Allah, and the stars love Allah. I love Allah, He loves Allah, she loves Allah, we all
Ready? Set. Go. By the way, I am not sad. In Islam, we are all winners. Congratulations, Team Red, for winning. And with that, ma'as-salam.
He loves Allah, she loves Allah, we all love Allah. He gave us the air that we breathe every day. He gave us Islam to stay on the right way. I love Allah, He loves Allah, she loves Allah.